Hi friends, it's Kay and welcome back to my channel. This is a little bit of a different video. I was planning on going on a fun cross country and having lunch with my brother, but unfortunately during taxi I realized I was having a slight problem with my brakes. Please keep in mind I was able to safely come to a complete stop every single time. After doing an extremely thorough pre-flight checklist walking around the airplane, I did not find anything wrong, so I made the decision that I was safe to fly, the airplane was in safe running condition, and flew over to my aircraft mechanic just to get it checked out. Stay to the end of the video to find out what happens next, and let's get going, shall we? After listening to the weather, here I am taxiing to hold short of the taxiway before I go ahead and make my call with ground. This is where I noticed my brake was a little bit mushy. So I pulled my power back, pumped up those brakes, made sure I could come to a complete stop, and at this point, I still thought I was going to wake up.
Good morning, Sugarland Ground, Cherokee 773 in November. I'd like to pick up IFR to Alpha Charlie Tango, please.
Cherokee 7738 November is cleared to the Waco Airport via the Industry 1 departure, Industry, direct College Station, direct Waco VOR, direct to the airport. Maintain 2000, expect 5000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 123.8, squawk 7417.
Okay, cleared to Waco via the Industry 1 departure, Industry, College Station VOR, Waco VOR, then direct to the airport. Climb maintain 2000, expect 5000, 10 minutes after, frequency 123.8, squawk 7417. And Sugarland Ground, Cherokee 773 November, holding short of Foxtrot, ready to taxi with information Lima.
Cherokee 38 November, runway 35, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha.
35 via Foxtrot Alpha, 38 November, thanks. Okay, so I am not going to Waco today.
While I continued taxiing, even though I was still able to use my brakes, something just felt off, and I decided I wanted peace of mind more than I wanted this flight. So I canceled my trip to Waco and instead flew to Southwest Houston.
So, brakes are set. Fuel proper tank, 15 in the left, 20 in my right. Currently on my left tank, electric fuel pump on. Right tank looks good. Fuel pressure's in the green, electric fuel pump off, and fuel pressure stays in the green. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to use my electric trim here, bring that to the middle of neutral. Beautiful, and jump right into checking flight controls. So, pushing and pulling my control yoke forward and back, that tail is coming up, and now it's going down. Here I've got it on the left, the right one is down, and now the right aileron is up, and the left one is down. Flight controls are free and correct. Beautiful. Instruments are all looking good. Mixture is best power. Primer is in and locked, and RPM's 2000. Back to both. Left magneto check. Back to both. Carb heat on. Carb heat off. And power idle. Flaps are 0. Electric fuel pump on. Mixture is best power. Carb heats off. Pitot heats off. HSI. Aligns with magnetic compass within 10 degrees. Doors and windows secured and latched. Close up my window here. And Sugarland Tower, Cherokee 773 in November. Currently in the run-up area, going to be holding short of 35. I need to cancel my IFR flight plan. I'll be going VFR over to Houston Southwest, please.
Like 35 and just squawk 1200.
Hold short of 35 and squawk 1200, 38 November. Thank you. 35, clear for takeoff, right turn out approved, 773 November. Thank you.
After testing my brakes a good 1,000 times or so, I felt confident in today's flight, so I sped this up. We're hopping on the runway, and it's time for takeoff.
Right, mid.
All gauges are in the green.
Touch and go.
Full power.
Runway 35, clear.
Airspeed's alive.
Clear, touch and go. Skyhawk 1629 Echo.
And perfect.
Pretty smooth takeoff, if I do say so myself, but you could be the judge. I want to play a fun little game, so for those of you guys that are still watching, leave a comment down below and take a guess at how fast I was going when I rotated. We'll see if any of you guys get it right. Hint, hint, if you've seen my past takeoff videos, you'll already know the answer. It'll take us about 10 minutes to get to Southwest Houston, so let's keep on going.
38 November, Tower, no traffic to the southeast, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Talk to you soon. 38 November. Thanks.
Quite a few of you have asked me the difference between a controlled versus uncontrolled airport. The main difference, controlled, you have somebody telling you what to do. Uncontrolled, you're talking directly to other pilots and figuring it out.
Houston Southwest, Cherokee 773 in November, about 10 nautical miles to the northwest, inbound, landing full stop, runway 9er, Houston Southwest. Okay, 330 at 5. Runway 9er is fine because that's what everybody else is using. Currently 1,300 feet, so I'm going to lose 300 for traffic pattern. All gauges are still remaining in the green, still on the fullest tank, and things look good. No other traffic around me to be concerned of right now.
On my last video, a few people asked me about the iPad. I use it for situational awareness and traffic avoidance because I'm not close enough to the airport yet.
Houston Southwest traffic, Cherokee 773 in November, about 6 nautical miles northwest. We'll be landing full stop, runway 9er, straight in, Houston Southwest.
Houston Southwest, 74 Tango Romeo, left crosswind, 09, Houston Southwest.
Heading 150. Houston Southwest traffic, Cherokee 773 in November, approximately 4 nautical miles to the northwest. Going to be making a right 360 to give traffic on downwind time.
So a few things I want to talk about. You may have heard that I said I was going to come in on a straight in for runway 9er. However, once I realized that the pilots in the traffic pattern weren't actually coming in for a full stop and they were doing pattern work, I changed my plan. I decided to come in on a left base instead. This did not end up helping me because they kept their airspeed up significantly. So when I got to about 4 nautical miles away from the runway, I decided to do a right 360. This just means that I was in a right turn for 360 degrees at a level altitude, about 100 miles per hour, and keeping an eye out for traffic. This gave the traffic flying in the traffic pattern plenty of time to get down to the runway and out of my way, and in turn kept both of us safe. I don't think I've ever said the word traffic so many times in one sentence, but you get the gist. Now, right now, I'm making sure all of my gauges are staying in the green. I'm keeping an eye outside as well as double checking my iPad for any other traffic that might just randomly pop up because on a beautiful day like this, you never quite know what to expect. Right before I started this turn, I also bugged my heading 150, which will give me a direct line back to the airport, and that's when I will start my rollout.
All right. So staying at about 1,100 to 1,200, all gauges are still in the green. Continue this rollout to heading 150, and looks like that traffic will be out of my way. That's Pearland traffic, so that's not a factor for me. And this guy was kind enough to do a short approach, so that was cool. Airspeed's still 100. Very nice. And I've got that field in sight, flying straight towards it. Houston Southwest, Cherokee 773 at November 3 to the northwest, inbound landing 4-stop, runway 9er, and this will be a straight in. RPM's 18, electric fuel pump landing light on, all gauges are in the green, rotating beacon on, pitot heat, carb heat off, primer is in and locked, and parking brake is for sure released. First notch flaps 10 degrees. Add in a little bit more power, a little bit more back trim. Second notch 25 degrees. Houston Southwest traffic, Cherokee 773 at November 2 nautical mile final, runway 9er, full stop, Houston Southwest. Third notch. Houston Southwest, Cherokee 773 at November short final, runway 9er, full stop, Houston Southwest.
I don't do this too often, but I used full 40 degrees worth of flaps so I could come in nice and slow, landed as close to the numbers as I could to give myself plenty of time to continue that roll all the way down the runway if necessary.
Keeping that back pressure in, flaps are down, power is idle. And I made that guy go around, but you know what? We gotta stay safe, so it is what it is.
After exiting the runway and making that poor Cirrus pilot do a go-around, I taxied over to my aircraft mechanic, shut down the airplane, we added a little bit more brake fluid, and after bleeding the brakes, we found a couple of air bubbles. Unfortunately, Piper aircraft have their brakes in upside down, still don't understand why, so this is a fairly common occurrence.
There you have it, guys. All that fuss was caused to a few teeny tiny air bubbles in my brake line. We got it fixed, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!